Hello, it's the Seahawks fan with another Go Battle League video. Master League, well, it is coming towards the end. By the time you've seen this video, Master League is not available. But there's going to be a 3-week spree towards the end of the season. And, well, Tapu Bulu, in a meta of all the Crozmas, is incredible still. Up against the two best ranked Pokemon in Master League, Origin Palkia and Complete Zygarde. And it can go up against number 3 fairly well in Landorus Therian. And we have two water types to cover the obvious fire type weakness of Tapu Bulu, which is pretty much Ho-Oh is what you'll see mostly. And I mean, this team is incredible. It bulldozes over plenty of the meta. And Origin Palkia and Kyogre are definitely very capable of taking care of these steel types. And with the defense drop on this Landorus, Palkia is just going to tear through it. I mean, they definitely should shield something, and maybe they would have gotten a win, but a little too late. You can't save your shield for the next battle. And the perfect type wall to Origin Palkia. They pivot into Ho-Oh, and before that, Incinerate registers. Pivot into Kyogre. They do Sacred Fire. So I'm going to throw Surf before now they're one Incinerate off. Or they have more energy than I thought. But Brave Bird is not enough to take out the perfect Kyogre. Now, I only have best buddied Kyogre. Definitely been a slacker with Origin Palkia. I definitely recommend Origin Palkia as your best buddy. We have Solar Beam for Landorus. We go kaboom! They don't respect the Solar Beam. Now, Grass Knot is a much cheaper move. But also, Mega Horn is definitely a decent option. I mean, the water types you're going to be super effective against is Kyogre, which honestly, debuffing Nature's Madness, it's such a good move. If going for Mega Horn, just to have some coverage up against some Necrozmas, honestly not a terrible idea. Bad matchup. And this is an ABB style team where we have two things in the back to cover for a swap. And this player, I mean, they stayed in a bit. And they lose the lead. They lose alignment. And now we have dragged out Necrozma, of course, because they need they can't bring in Ho-Oh. Because then they'll just have terrible alignment. I mean, they've pretty much lost this battle at this point. They can Moongeist Beam all they want. But Kyogre with 2 shields to 1 for them, it's going to go ham. And I know that is only a Dog Pulse. And they are going to bring in Ho-Oh. Going to throw this Surf up. And the damage is just going to be too much. I can shield up. I can just use Waterfall, fast attack pressure. The Necrozma's not going to get to another move in time. And they go down. Now, if you don't have Tapu Bulu, well, it's tough. I mean, it's so good. It's amazing. They bring in Dawnwing's Necrozma, which gets to meet Kyogre after Ho-Oh leaves. Not too shabby. Dark Pulse is not enough for the KO. And if they do have the Moongeist Beam, well, that's a lot of energy. Now, 2 shield to 0 for them. Gonna actually just bring in Tapu Bulu. I mean, odds are I'm just going to be able to clean up whatever's in the back with Origin Palkia. I should have stayed in with Tapu Bulu. I do end up taking that Dog Pulse. This is definitely going to be a tad messy. Aqua Tail is going to just be the best thing to throw at this fire type. Going to finally shield up. They're going to dip after they're going to dip after the Brave Bird. I definitely put myself in a predicament, but I read them like a book. I made a brilliant catch, and I'm just going to go for the Aqua Tail because they're debuffed, and that was a close battle. That was me almost fumbling it, but a win's a win. We have a better lead in Origin Dialga. Now you do got to watch out for Ironhead. Just go straight for Nature's Madness. You're going to be able to get that defense drop. They're going to be in range of another Nature's Madness, which is very nice. You do want to preserve health. I mean, if they swap and catch a Nature's Madness, that's bad. And if it's like a Ho-Oh that snipes you. But we're going to snipe them. We are down shield, but they're down a Pokemon. We do find a Landorus Therian and just going to chuck this Aqua Tail. Likely grab a shield. Actually, no. They're going to go down to they're going to go down to the last Pokemon, which Dog Pulse is going to be resisted into Tapu Bulu. That is lovely. Now, if this was the Duskmane Necrozma, I'd be a little concerned. But Duskmane, I mean Dawnwings, they want to grab a shield with Dog Pulse, and they're not going to get it twice. They do Shadow Climb me down, which is fine. I can bring in Kyogre. They're in range of me one-shielding, farming down. And that Landorus is not going to have any gas left in the tank. Actually, do just chuck the move. That's fine. And, I mean, first set with this team went ham, 5-0 to reach season high elo at the time. Onto the race for expert, hopefully. I mean, we have another battle lead, and this team is still going to be fine because Xerneas with the energy disadvantage, well, going to be able to outpace to the Surfs. With that energy advantage, going to find out what the third Pokemon is soon, probably. And I mean, Moonblast is not going to be enough to take me out. Now, if they have Thunder, then that may be able to keep alignment. But let's see. Do we find the Ho-Oh again? Is it a Landorus? It's a Necrozma. Lovely. Duskmane Necrozma. They do no shield. That is real useful. I'm just going to no shield. I mean, they can do the damage. It's Ironhead, that's fine. Now, I've definitely seen some outrage. Necrozmas. I think it's definitely going to be become more popular. But let's see what we can do. Now, at this point, I definitely had kind of lost track of the energy on the Ho-Oh. Am I going to be able to close out? Gonna have the Aqua Tail to Kaboom. And one Incinerate was not enough, and now I can Nature's Madness snipe the Ho-Oh, which that could have been that was a bit close. That was a bit close. Another a perfect lead pretty much into Origin Palkia. It is. And we're actually gonna swap a bit late. I think we get 2 turns of free energy with the waterfall, which is really nice. Now, if they do Stone Edge, not that much damage. I mean, you just want to throw energy, keep even shields. From my experience, people have not committed shields to Landorus up against Kyogre. That's just bad. That's so inefficient. We do shield the Moon Guys team. They had a nice energy advantage, and they concede the match because they saw the writing on the wall. Awful lead. Pretty much the worst lead you can have. A fire type fast move, steel type into a grass fairy when all the moves are resisted. And with the energy advantage, we're going to be tossing 2 Aqua Tails first, which is crucial. Now, they do have alignment, but they're down to 0 shields. And all the energy is going to be like nothing into Tapu Bulu. I will gladly take an Aqua Tail, and I'm just going to go for a Solar Beam chip. And then I'm going to bring in Kyogre. Now, if it's a Solgaleo with Solar Beam, well played. If they charged up to full send it, well played. But the last, it is not for them. And Surf takes out the Landorus without any debuffs yet. And Solgaleo, level 50 Solgaleo lead. Perfect lead. And they lost the battle. Kyogre just too good into the back line. And now we have a Landorus Therian. Now we are going to go for Solar Beam. We are going to be double debuffed, so they're not going to shield. And we are going to be landing the Kaboom! Red health. Then we snipe with Waterfalls from Kyogre because, yeah, took out a whole Pokemon. And we do have a Origin Dialga, which is a bit of a problem. Definitely not what we want to see. And you definitely want Best Buddied Origin Palkia because it gains extra damage it can do from Dragon Breath, which is very crucial. But I do have a shield advantage. And honestly, Origin Palkia, it's a bad matchup, but when the Dialga is chipped, you're able to do pretty good. Now we are almost in range of a Crunch, which is annoying, but still not going to be enough. And we are going to reach the next Nature's Madness before they can take us out. They just give up Zygarde, which honestly, unfortunate for them because now they are chipped enough on Dialga for back-to-back Aqua Tails. And that Origin Dialga went down, down, down. Let's see who the next foe we go up against is. It's a complete Zygarde in the lead. Beautiful. And we find a Duskmane Necrozma, which Kyogre is just going to win this matchup. It's just going to be too much pressure. We want to be efficient. Only give like a maximum of 1 turn fast of a free energy for the Necrozma. We're throwing in odd intervals of Waterfall. And I'll gain some extra energy before taking them out. Or I grab the last shield, which is like, honestly, I'll take the shield advantage. I'll give them alignment. I can get some decent energy on Palkia. Spatial One's going to do a lot of damage. And I'm just going to bring in Tapu Bulu. There was a Hisui Avalugg. And they are going to be kaboomed one shot. Hisui and Avalugg got absolutely beamed. The Solar Beam just nuked, sent them out of here. Insane. And we actually have a Buzzwole lead. That's really cool to see. Really cool to see. Really nice spice. They do not want to lose Buzzwole in the slightest at all. We are actually going to be back to square one with the damage because they did debuff us. We do try to go for the snipe. They're double debuffed. They bring in complete Zygarde, which with us being debuffed, they're in a pretty decent position. I do almost fumble, but Crunch is not enough. And I throw just one more Dragon Breath. If I threw 2, Crunch would have taken me out before I could throw the move. Because it takes a turn to throw moves. Now, if your game is laggy, definitely would not be worth the risk to just go for the extra Dragon Breath. But connection is fine enough for me. And Apple iPhone, iOS. It's just such a shame Niantic has such a terrible game on Android. I do have problems here, but they do fail to make the catch with Buzzwole. That would have been their win condition. And switch timer may not be up yet, but Kyogre doesn't need the switch timer to go up to take that win. You got to run Solar Beam on your Solgaleos. And now we drag out a Kyogre with that terrible lead up against Duskmane Necrozma. We don't have Thunder, and if I did have Thunder, I would have Thundered, and I would be in a commanding position. But actually, Surf is going to be chipping enough to be able to win alignment. Or go to even shields. I'll win alignment. That's really good. I do find a Dialga, which, okay, no wonder they were willing to give up alignment. Shield advantage for Dialga up against Tapu Bulu, definitely a problem. But let's see, what can we do? Now, if we had Best Buddy equipped on our Palkia, then I'd be like, yeah, this is amazing. But, we swap at the same time. Now you're going to see this matchup once again. Origin Palkia into Duskmane Necrozma. Let's see who wins out this matchup. It is a close end game. Dark Pulse is not enough for the KO. Shadow Claw is getting some decent chip damage. Gonna overfarm now. I cannot get a farm down. I don't think I could. Aqua Tail takes him out, and then Dialga is just a bit too much with the shield advantage. Now we have a perfect lead once again. Origin Palkia. We're actually, okay, yeah, we're staying in for just a bit. We're still going to use Kyogre. I do kind of want, well, just because my Kyogre is such a nightmare matchup into Origin Palkia, I would rather use it here. Even if there's a Ho-Oh in the back, which is very possible. Now, they did undercharge that Sandsear Storm, which is giving more energy to Palkia, but Palkia is, of course, met with Tapu Bulu. And I mean, with all the energy there Palkia has, it's going to struggle still up against my Tapu Bulu. Now, they actually Solar Beam, which that was definitely a win condition. Because they would have, they would have absolutely nuked me. I do fumble around this battle, which, don't be silly. Don't be silly goose like me. I no shield the Aqua Tail. Gonna grab the defense drop guaranteed, which is really nice. But yeah, I was silly goose with the Origin Palkia mirror match, and is that another 5-0? It is season high elo 2648, just incredible. I did leave out some of the battles. Oh, we actually have a legend. I did not realize this was a legend battle. Okay. We are up against a shiny Origin Dialga. Honestly, I think this may be a 13 attack. 13, 15, 15. But I do double shield to win alignment. They have 2 shields. Origin Pulse is going to be able to do a good chunk of damage. And we're going to find that Ho-Oh once again with Tapu Bulu scaring off Zygarde complete. They are going to Sacred Fire because they don't want to debuff themselves just yet. And we have Aqua Tail. Are they going to take us out? Brave Bird takes us out. Okay. And yeah, losing to Legend. Okay, well played. They had an amazing lead, and I just could not deal with the Dialga safe swap. It happens. They pivot into Xerneas. Palkia is going to be okay, but I'll have to commit shields, which... Do I want to commit shields? No. Well, I do shield commit 1. And I miss a bubble, unfortunately. Still excellent. Able to grab a shield, which is really nice. I may have been able to reach that move. I think I could have reached that move had I tapped. We're just going to take some damage onto Tapu Bulu. Moonblast is not enough for a knockout. we are capped, and now we throw the Nature's Madness, and then we throw one more Bulldoze before Kyogre comes in. They're gonna Brave Bird and dip. And we find a Origin Dialga, which nope. Okay, perfect lead. Origin Palkia, beautiful. We find Landorus, we pivot into Kyogre. If you've stayed all the way to here for the video, thank you. Hope you enjoyed the battle. Subscribe to the channel and hit the like button to help me grow. Help support the channel so I can continue making these videos. Thank you everyone who does watch. And we have Origin Palkia. Now, at least I'm low health, but we do find the Shundo Ho-Oh. That's really cool. We grabbed the first shield off them. They do Sacred Fire. Honestly, it would be really cool to just call Sacred Fire. Gonna double shield because Brave Bird is too much to risk. And I'm just gonna take them out. They're gonna reach and move first, which is fine. Spatial One takes me out. And we have Nature's Madness, which, yeah, it's gonna be able to deal with the Palkia very nicely. Very nicely. We have an expert we're going up against. Haha, I get my complete Zygarde. There's Xerneas, which Moonblast is not going to be able to flip it, the matchup. We're going to shield up the first one just in case there was a Magical Thunder. That would have been, that would have toasted us. Waterfall, fast attack pressure is just going to be too much for them to take that alignment. It would be amazing if I had Blizzard now because I could like almost one-shot the Zygarde. I could like eliminate it. But we have a wall. We do find a Duskmane Necrozma, which honestly not great, but it's fine. We of course want to see Landorus. The Outrage. This was the start of Outrage Necrozmas, which makes sense. Outrage takes us out, and oh my gosh. Did I completely fumble by not just going for Nature's Madness? Could I reach another Nature's Madness? Could I reach 2 Nature's Madness and I totally threw this battle with Sunsteel Strike taking me out? Yeah, I totally forgot they had a shield, which honestly may have still lost, but oh, that was bad. They bring in Zacian because we brought in Kyogre for the Shadow Hollow. To shield, does Wild Charge? I do. Oh no, it's Play Rough. Still. And now they're going to Wild Charge. And I'm going to No Shield and take lots of damage. But that's fine. Ho returns because I'm very low. But I also do kind of need to shield for sure. I had Origin Pulse. Had I gone... I may have been able to throw back-to-back moves had I gone for... Yeah, I think I would have been able to potentially throw back-to-back moves had I been efficient and not throwing straight away. Here we are with Duskmane Dawnwings Necrozma kind of going nuclear on my team. Am I going to get the damage I need to on this Dawnwings? Okay, Aqua Tail's not enough. I needed a bit more extra Dragon Breath damage, and yeah, I take that win. Unfortunate. Once again, another Ho-Oh. It's a perfect Ho-Oh. They have perfect Origin Dialga, which without a Best Buddy boost, I'm toast. I actually grab a shield to Spatial Wind, which is really nice. They do throw energy, which gives me some hope. We bring in Tapu Bulu. We're going to be trusting in Kyogre without shields. Kyogre comes in to get that energy with that defense drop, we were able to avoid any charge attacks, which was massive. We grabbed a shield, the last shield of my opponent's from the Necrozma, and I don't think they're in range of Surf yet, but they're going to be very close. Can I reach that move? Now, I expected them to throw straight away, but I threw that battle because maybe they would have noticed I stayed in. Maybe they would have waited to turn, but definitely had a chance with them going for another Incinerate. Perfectly beautiful. We cannot mess this up, but they land with a safe swap. An almost perfect shiny Landorus. Not a Shundo, but we do keep alignment, which is crucial in this battle. Origin Palkia, of course, and we are debuffed, so we are just gonna we're just gonna tickle damage. This is the Origin Palkia we're going up against. This is a perfect level 51. And we find Donwix and Necrozma. Are they gonna full send the Moonguise Beam? That is the kind of only play. And they're gonna concede. They knew that they got RPS in Master League, which happens so often, and this person once again gets met with RPS, which is rock, paper, scissors, pretty much. Like, only a single way for one to lose in few different matchups. Like having your opponent having the perfect counter to perfect 3 to counter all your perfect 3. Just the wrong order for you to meet. And we're going to chip down the Zygarde nicely with Surf. Zygarde returns. We're going to take some damage, which is just fine. We need to save shields for Palkia to find out what the third Pokemon is in the team. Red health Zygarde, love to see it. Crunch doing that much. Crunch defense drop would definitely give them a tad more of a chance, but we're going to go for the next Nature's Madness to grab the KO. They do have Kyogre, which love to see, because Origin Palkia says goodnight. Goodbye, Kyogre. We have an Origin Dialga, shiny Origin Dialga, 15, 14, 14. Same as my Origin Dialga. Cool to see that. And we're going to go for that Nature's Madness to get them down to just about half health. And we're going to shield up because we have this next move and we don't want them to catch it. We're going to snipe with Palkia, giving some information, but they have Landorus. I'll take that energy advantage. But they do throw straight away to be able to avoid an undebuffed Aqua Tail. And they're just going to get to the next move first, which is actually fine. Going to bring in Tapu Bulu, which may have been a mistake, but here we are. Now, with that move, thankfully, we were able to avoid getting locked in too much, giving them too much energy. And with that defense drop, they lose a battle because it just needed 2 more waterfalls to take the hobo out. And, well, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. If you stay to the end, stay tuned for daily Go Battle League videos. Very, very close to hopefully getting expert. And yeah, maybe you'll see this video and there'll be a video where I'm expert before. But thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And goodbye.